Okay. All right, so we're gonna play the names of place, names of person game, and the one we're doing
for you.
The one we're doing today is male names that starts with the letter M.
I got you. Let's go.
Male names
Let's
that
go.
starts with the
Let's
letter
go. Let's go.
Matthew.
Let's go. Mark. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Matthias. No.
Ding. Ding.
Why did I blank out? No, hold up. We're gonna do it again.
No. Oh,
no, we're gonna do it again.
You're gonna pick a different letter.
We're gonna do it again.
No, you can pick a different letter.
Okay, fine. Male names that starts with the letter D.
Okay. Who's
Doing.
Derek.
I was gonna say G.
Jesus Christ. You suck
I'm
at
all
this
blanking.
Oh,
Okay, we have one more chance. One more chance. I got this. I got this.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna use the letter.
You can use all the alphabets.
We're gonna use the letter. We're gonna use the letter I. No, actually, I changed my mind. We're gonna use the letter J.
J.
No, we've done J before.
Okay.
We've done J before. That's why you said Jaye or Joro. We're gonna use a different name. We're gonna use a different letter. Let's use the letter. I'm not trying to set myself up. This is the letter K.
Okay.
Kenneth.
Kayode.
Keith.
Kola. I mean, we've got Kelvin. We've got Kevin.
What is going on?
You know, it's as well.
You were ready, weren't you?
Any letter.
It's a lie.
Always ready. Okpeyemi. Blessings and love. It is always a great day here at Refuge and Fortress.
Ooh.
My name is Emmanuel O.
And I'm Loni O.
And this is
Philia. All right, welcome back to another week. We're glad you're here once again. We want to just appreciate those that have been following us. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep hitting that subscribe button.
God bless you.
Yes.
God bless you, Mary. God bless you, Dawn. God bless you. Don't worry, I'll get the list.
We get the list
new subscribers,
of the recent ones.
You know what I'm saying? And we just appreciate you. But
Thank
to
you.
all of you who subscribed so far, God bless you. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Yes.
And so we want to continue on our Bob and Becky series today. Bob and Becky series. And if you haven't seen the previous 2 episode that we've dropped in the month of November, I suggest that you watch those 2 so you can follow along with the story and the series that we're going to be discussing today. So Bob finally told Becky about the situation, and he said, you know what, this is my
Confidence
love boosters, confidence
yeah.
boosters. You know, if you give me these things, if I get these things from my significant other, it would boost my confidence in myself. It will boost my confidence in the relationship, right? And so after Bob pours out his heart to his lady, and she goes, why are you so sensitive?
Becky. Oluwabukola. That's the only way I can translate. Becky.
Rebecca.
Oluwa Rebecca.
Okay. So Becky goes, why are you so sensitive, right? What you should be more concerned about my happiness. It's not really about what you want. It's not really about your confidence booster. You're a man, so you should already have these things. I shouldn't have to do anything, right? And so Bob and Becky gets into an argument, and Bob really sits there thinking, Am I bugging? Am I tripping?
I listened to her.
You know, am I getting something wrong here?
Right.
So Bob goes and talks to his buddy,
It's counsel of friends.
You know, he tells his buddy, and he explains the situation to his friend, and his friend was like, man, you know, I don't know what to tell you, man, because you know, happy wife, happy life. And Bob is like, check, go by.
And he almost proposed.
Bob is like, shut up for me, real. You know, so today we're discussing the dangers of the happy wife, happy life mentality.
And you know, it's very interesting because the mentality that, you know, women are more emotional, so we should cater to women's needs and women's emotional beings, right? Sometimes the men get left out in that situation. And that could also be the mentality Becky has, where it's like, you know, you're a man up. What do you care about all these things? You should already have these things. I'm more of the emotional being. You should care more about the way I feel about certain things. And then the coin term, happy wife, happy life, comes in. Because it's like, you know what? If your wife is happy or your girl is happy,
that's all you need.
You know, that's all you need. You have a peaceful home. But is it all you need? That's what we're discussing today.
At the end of this session, what I want you to walk away with is happy spouse. Happy life. Yes. It's not just the wife anymore.
Not one way.
Especially not in 2022. Sis.
No.
So the dangers of the happy wife, happy life mentality. Number one is it fosters the spirit of selfishness.
Yes.
Can I say that again? It fosters the spirit of selfishness. You know, this is an automatic assumption that the woman is the only one who needs happiness.
Yeah.
Right? That it doesn't really matter what the man feels, as long as the woman is happy, everything is good.
But that's not true.
And in reality, it's really not
it's far
true.
From the truth.
But it feeds off of this energy of selfishness, where it's a me thing. What I want and what I need and my needs and the things that makes me happy in this relationship. And if we keep going on like that, somebody's gonna get left out. You know, a love that is built on selfishness, or I should say on the foundation of selfishness, right? It's not going to stand. It's not going to withstand the test of time, right? It's not going to be able to sustain for so long before something's got to give. You know, selfishness is not a spirit that we want breathing in our relationship.
Absolutely. At some point, the man is going to get tired of just feeding, being the one giving and feeding, and he's not being fed. You know, like at the end of the day, we're all emotional beings. We just handle it differently. The male species is just built different, but they're still emotional beings. So therefore, their emotional being needs to be catered to as well. When we just focus on the women alone, we just have this mentality of it's really all about her, and it's like it's only one person in a relationship, when it's two people.
Exactly. You know, the thing is this: every relationship, every marriage thrives on compromise and selflessness.
In the middle, yes.
Compromise and selflessness. If you cannot compromise, right? If you can't meet in the middle, if I can get a little of what I want and you get a little bit of what you want, if it's always got to be what you want, then really you're in this relationship all by yourself. Every relationship thrives on compromise and selflessness. Otherwise, to be honest, you're not really in a relationship. You are in a situationship that feeds your happiness, your wants, and your needs, and somebody's getting left out. And then you wake up one day and wonder why a relationship never make it to the point of marriage, or a marriage is hanging in the balance. And they wake up one day and they say, listen, I'm fed up.
I'm tired.
I gotta go. I'm done with this. I find somebody who actually cares about my happiness. I found somebody who actually cares about the things that I care about, who wants to do the things that I care about, who I also want to do what they care about as well, but they're willing to meet me in the middle. So what's up?
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So the second danger of the happy wife, happy life mentality is it creates a spirit of fear and anxiety.
Yes.
You know, because now this man, Bob, for example, would then be afraid of losing this woman if he doesn't give her what she wants, or if he doesn't satisfy her needs. Now it's a matter of trying to keep up so he doesn't lose her. You know, it creates that anxiety, like, okay, now what do I have to do next to make sure she doesn't leave? Or what if she leaves me? Or what do I, you know, like.
Remember that show we were watching where the guy has money? Granted, no problem. He's well off, right? But then he married a girl that's kind of like out of his league in a way. you know. And
Right,
so
right, right,
in
right.
effort to keep her and to maintain that image, he's just giving
Throwing
and giving
it out. Yep.
Whether he's happy or not, he's
Yeah.
just saying, listen, I'm gonna just keep giving, because he doesn't want to lose
Lose
her.
her.
Because losing her means losing out on, first of all, a beautiful girl, right?
Yeah.
That's number one, right?
Yeah.
But also losing her would mean would I call it a demotion now? It would just mean like the social class may be reduced a little
Right.
bit, right? Because
Right.
being with that girl, he's more on the chubby side, is not really the most handsome guy, I would say, or at least he feels that way, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So meeting her jacked up his social status automatically,
Right.
And so his money that he has going for him, he's using it to compensate for the other things where it's lacking, right?
Exactly.
And so now this girl who knows it too, like uses that a lot.
Oh yeah.
You know, and she's like,
yeah.
I need this house.
They out
I
there.
need that car.
They out there.
I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's my happiness.
Yeah.
I gotta go on this vacation. And the husband is like, well, it's too expensive. We can't do this. Well, it's either you do it or and it's like, lady.
And he's trying to just keep
You know?
up with he's just trying to keep up with the next one and the next
And
one
the next
in an
thing.
effort not to lose her.
Exactly.
So it creates this
Out of fear.
It puts the man in a position where it's like he's going way above and beyond over his head just to make the relationship work.
Yeah.
Mind you, she's not putting any effort in. You understand what I'm saying? She's not doing anything to satisfy his needs. So now he's doing all the work. What's gonna happen to that relationship?
Yeah.
It's gonna suffer.
Yeah.
It's at some point he's gonna get tired. And it also puts her in a position of discontent where it's if she doesn't get something, she's unhappy. She's the saddest person in the whole world because that's the lifestyle or that's the kind of relationship they've built up to that moment. So now it's like you don't give her what she wants. You know, she wants this, she wants that, or she feels this way, she doesn't feel this way, and you don't cater to that need. All of a sudden, she's like the most unhappy person, and now the relationship suffers. You know, and at some point, that kind of it gets tiring because it's so much work, unnecessary work. When two people are doing something, you're pulling. Let's say you have a bucket, a really, really heavy bucket. You're trying to pull it up, right? And you're doing this by yourself and you're struggling. Let somebody just come and just try to help you pull it up. You're gonna pull it up so much faster. But when you're pulling it up and that person is pouring more water into it and pouring more water into it and you're trying to pull it up, at some point you're just gonna be like, you know what? Just forget the whole bucket. I don't even need the water anymore. You know? So that's really how it is. You get tired at some point.
The dangers of my happy wife, happy life mentality, you know? And
it's not one way.
It's not one way, you know? Right along with that is the third danger of this mentality is it puts the man in a position where he's running a race of death. Let me just put it in the most blunt way possible. It puts the man in a position where he's running a race of death.
That's dangerous.
Because he's going above and beyond his threshold.
Yeah.
It will put him in that position where I have to get her what she wants. She must have this house.
Yeah.
She must have this jewelry. She must have this car. If she doesn't get it, there's going to be a problem. And so the man is overcompensating for something he probably can't even afford, right? Because I can't come to my wife and simply say, hey, babe, you know, that vacation that you want to go to, let's push it till next year. Right? Because we've had to move a lot of things around this year. We've had to pay for this. We've had to do this with the kids and that, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to cost us $10,000 just to make something happen for a vacation. So instead of pouring that $10,000 on the vacation, which I believe we do need badly, but right now, let's just use this money for something else.
Right, exactly.
If you can't understand that, lady, you know, but the man would now find himself in a position where he's thinking of he's depressed by that thought, because he's like, how do I go and tell my wife now that this $10,000 that we're going to use for vacation, how do I tell her we can't use it this year now? Because knowing the kind of person she is, it's my way or no way at all.
Right.
So if I can't give her this vacation, then that means, first of all, it may happen that we don't go right? But the man can move. Because he won't be able
trust it.
he won't be able to eat, because she's going to probably deprive him of sex, deprive him of care, of whatever he needs. You know what I'm saying? She's probably gonna do something to be like a payback.
The mood will just be messed up in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Right, the mood is just gonna be bad and messed up in the house.
And yes, we're talking about materialistic things like the spending and not the spending, but also in different aspects of things too. When we're talking about happy spouse, happy life, last week we talked about the confidence boosters. Yeah. Becky wants to be treated a certain way. She's telling him her love language, and he's happy to do that. Yeah. But she's not reciprocating the same thing. Yeah. Don't talk down to your man. That's a way of, whatever the case may be. Not catering to his needs, period. But you want your needs to be catered to and just focused on alone, that he's not even paying mind to what matters to him. You understand what I'm saying? That's also part of it too.
See, I wrote it here that the man can find himself in a place where he's overcompensating for things just to make the lady happy. And some husband, they measure their love by this mentality. The happier my wife is, the happier I am. The more love that I believe she has for me. As long as she keeps being happy, then she loves me. Yeah. Well, dangerous going. It's very, very dangerous, because the day you don't do what she wants, then what? The day you can't, not even that you don't want to.
You can't.
Right? The day you can't, you would love to.
Then the love disappears?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really got to be careful with that mentality. 3 things happens. I wrote it here. It says, 3 things happens if you continue to measure your love with this mentality. Number 1 is the man is going to get tired one day and is going to leave. That's a fact. He's going to get tired and is going to leave. Number 2 is going to turn off his own feelings and emotions, and it's just going to keep bottling it up. It's just going to keep bottling it up until one day it's going to explode. Mark my words.
That's going to happen.
Mark my words. The 3rd thing that could possibly happen is that he will give you what you want to satisfy you, but he will find satisfaction somewhere else.
That's right.
He will find satisfaction with somebody else. That the day your man or your spouse begins to look elsewhere for satisfaction, that's the beginning of the end of that relationship. Yeah. It may take a while. It may linger for some time. Yeah. Maybe because of the kids, maybe because of situations, maybe because of money or whatever the case. It may linger for some time. But that marks the beginning of the end of that relationship.
Especially when he is getting what he needs out there.
From somewhere else. Oh, dangerous. Dangerous. My friend.
Mumbai.
You all right?
You good? I'm echoing for you. Good? I got you. I'm echoing.
Are you good, fam?
Number four. Okay. The 4th danger in the mentality of happy wife, happy life is this one. This one touched me.
It touched you.
It touched me because a lot of people don't pay mind to this. It becomes dangerous because it can be passed down.
Yes.
A lot of people in relationships and marriages, they do not think about future. When they make some decisions, when they do or act certain ways, they don't think about the things they could pass down to the ones coming. There's so many times that my daughter would do something and my husband would look at me and be like, that's you, right?
I can't even be mad at the girl.
That's you, right?
Because I see her mother in her.
He's like, that's you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, without you even intentionally doing it, without you teaching them, before they're even born, you're passing things on to them. Yeah. So when you create this kind of lifestyle where it's all about her, all about her, and that's the kind of relationship you're building, and then you have children, and this is what you expose the children with. Two. They grow up looking for the same thing.
Exactly.
And that could be very, very hurtful.
And the crazy thing about it is, while you may be able to handle it, while you may have figured out a way to live
Make it
with
work.
to make
Yeah.
it work, it doesn't mean they have
will.
figured it out too.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't mean that they're going to figure it
Right.
out. It may be even more detrimental
Yeah.
to them than to you, because you've done this for some time, and
Yeah.
your husband can live with it. You as the wife, you can live with it. You know, it's like it's
Yeah.
become norm in the
Right.
family now, right? But if you raise your daughter like that,
with that mentality,
with that kind of
already
mentality,
going into
or if you raise your son
Son.
like that, with
Yeah.
that kind of mentality, then the son rather, could feel less than when he's not able to live up to that kind of expectation.
yeah,
Or the daughter could feel like she's not loved because she hasn't found someone who is able to do
that.
that for her. You know what I'm saying? Let me calm down. Woosa.
She was-
And finally,
when the words don't come out, you
finally,
serious.
finally, it is a subtle form of oppression.
Yes,
Ladies, this one is particularly for you. Happy wife, happy life is the wrong mentality to have. The mentality that we want to adopt
Yes.
is happy spouse,
Yes.
happy life. Because trust me, when she's not happy, I'm not happy. When I'm not happy, she's not happy.
She ain't
We
happy.
both need each other's
Yeah.
happiness to function properly in this relationship.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, I want to see you be happy. Yes, of course, I want you to have what you want. I want you to have what you need. I'm willing to go above and beyond to give you
Absolutely.
the happiness that you need. But it really should not be at the expense of my happiness.
Exactly.
I do it for you because it actually does kind of make me happy
Happy.
to see you happy.
Yeah.
But if it's becoming a thing of a choke in my neck, if it's becoming, it's about to choke, you know. It's about to indeed Are we good? No, all right.
Continue.
If it's becoming a problem for the man, if it's becoming sleepless nights for the man, for example, it is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. There was a landlord that we had years ago. They bought a house in New York, and it was a very nice, beautiful house, right? And it's a two-story house. They rented one of the apartment to us at the time, and they were living in the bottom floor.
Yeah.
And the bottom floor was wonderful. It
Beautiful.
was really nice.
The
right?
house was beautiful.
House was beautiful. But they bought that house. The man, I think he was the only one working at the time, and he was working a construction job, but it was a good construction job, right? So they were able to kind of afford the house. So he did everything possible. He put the money together to make sure that they get this house. So they finally got the house. They moved into the house. The wife is happy because that's what she wanted.
Right.
She's happy because she's close to family. They bought the house. Everything is good. She was ecstatic.
Right.
But every day, the man would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, even 4 a.m. in the morning, be out going to work, coming back late every single day. The crazy thing about it, though, is this, that when he got home, instead of enjoying time with his family inside the house, this man would be outside on his phone watching sports, watching games, watching a movie, whatever. And he was just drinking, right? And he would just stay out there for as long as he can until he's ready to go to sleep. And it went on like that for months and months and months at a time. That way till we left that apartment. But it really showed me that the man may do everything you want him to do at the expense of his own happiness, but really, that's not a life you want.
Yeah. I think they said it too. Remember there was a time we had a conversation with, I think it was even the wife that we had a conversation. They were even talking about, they were going to sell the house.
They were going to eventually,
it
they
was
were moving to selling the
right,
house.
It was like so much burden, and she knows that it's a lot of pressure on him. You could just tell that it was a strain in their relationship.
Exactly. It was becoming a strain on their relationship. Yeah. While she was happy that they got the house, at the end of the day, she wants her man back.
Yeah.
She wants her family back. She wants the love, the joy, the happiness that they were having. She wants all of that back.
Because it's not
worth it in the end. So happy wife, happy life mentality is very, very dangerous. Let's switch that around to happy spouse, happy life mentality.
Right.
Where we both get what we want. We may not both get all that we want, but at least we can meet in the middle and we can compromise on some things to make each other happy in this relationship. It's a two-way street.
Absolutely.
Amen?
Yeah. And to throw my disclaimers out there, for those people that love my disclaimers.
Go ahead.
They love my disclaimers.
Go ahead,
we know some people say it jokingly, when you're like, oh, you did this, yeah, happy wife, happy life. Some people say it jokingly, yeah, we get that. The people that get that, but there's some people that actually have that mentality, and some people that actually live by that.
We've seen it. I just gave you an example.
By that statement, and those are the people we're referring to, and those are the people we're talking to, because it's not that we don't want the women or the wives to be happy. Women, that's why we say happy spouse. Spouse includes you. Hey, mejeji, 1, 2. Husband happy, wife happy. Not just one way. Because a happy husband, happy house too. Happy life, happy. So happy husband, happy life too. Happy wife, happy life. So let's just call this one name. Happy spouse, happy life. That's all we are saying.
Hello.
Hi.
And I hope we've shared a tip or two to help solidify your kingdom union today.
Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and comment down below.
And until next time, be the light,
be the salt.
And remember,
all things are possible if you believe.